Not that I have anything, but you just. There's nothing to be ashamed of. 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 There's nothing to be. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Huh? You need to get back out there. 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 This this images just keep popping in my head, you know. These images just keep popping in my head. These images just keep popping in my head. These images just keep popping in my head. You know? These images just keep popping in my head. Popping into my head. These images just keep. These images just keep popping into my head. These images just keep popping in my head. That would be a breach of trust. 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 Bit of a breach of trust. My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it? It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. It would be stupid to lose her for something like this. When when did Carl say when you confronted him? When you What did Carl say when you confronted him? What did Carl say when you confronted him? What did Carl say when you confronted him? Carl said when you confronted him. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to recover. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to recover. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to recover. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to recover. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to recover. But once trust is lost, it can be impossible to How did you get through it? 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 Five-year-old second boy. 5-year-old boys got the second base. 5-year-old boy got the second base with me. Got the second base with me. Second base. Okay, not a good. Okay, not a perfect metaphor. 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 Okay, not a perfect or cosmic. You should have kissed her. You should have kissed her. You should keep kissed her. You should have kissed her. In a weird way, this what makes them such a great couple. In a weird way, this what makes them such a great couple. In a weird way, this what makes them such a great couple. In a weird way, this what makes them such a great what makes them such a great In a weird way, this what makes them such a great couple. Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman? 아유, 너무 빠르다. Who are you talking to? I'm the cool dad. That's my thing. That's my thing. Are you serious about this? You were serious about that? You were serious about that? We 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 were serious about that? Why do we have to do things? Why do we have to do things like that? Why do we have to do things like that? Why do we have to do things like that? Why do we have to do things like that? Why do we have to do things like that? Why do we have to do things like that? Did you tell him? Did you tell him? Did you tell him? Did you tell him it doesn't have anything to do with what happened? Did you tell him it doesn't have anything? It doesn't. Did you tell him it doesn't have anything to do with what happened? It doesn't. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything to do with. It doesn't have anything to do with. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. Did you tell him it doesn't have anything to do with what happened? Did you tell him it doesn't have anything to do? It doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. You can't talk to me like that. You're in trouble, man. You can't talk to me like that. I'm not the easiest guy to work with. I'm not the easiest guy I work with. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped in my office. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped in my office, so I need to walk him through this. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped into my office, so I need to walk him through this. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped into my office, so I need to walk him through this. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped into my office, so I need to walk him through this. Mr. Will McAvoy has just stepped into my office, so I need to walk him through.
Henry wants me to make sure you know that. Will McAvoy has just stepped into my office, so I need
Mr.
to
Will
walk him
McAvoy
through
just
this.
stepped into my office, so I need to walk him through this.
I don't know what happened to that guy, but he really hates college. Anyway, doing a TED Talk tonight. Should we try to get in? I dropped out of college.
We should try to get in. 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 Oleg is gonna kick me out. Okay. So everyone, here's the many more nights like this one. Many more nights
Just like this one.
just like this one. I can't afford to pay rent here. I can't afford to pay rent here. I can't afford to pay rent here. I don't see any point of that. I don't see any point of that. I don't see the point of that. Corporate really doesn't interfere me at all. Corporate really doesn't interfere me at all. Corporate really doesn't interfere with me at all. Corporate really doesn't interfere with me at all. Interfere with me at all. Corporate really doesn't interfere with me at all. Let me call you right back. Oh, Mr. Davis, let me call you right back. Oh, Mr. Davis, let me call you right back. I get it.